Hello, everyone. Welcome to Self Love You. This is another audio. I am Jenna Ryan, and I really appreciate you guys listening. Welcome to new people. If you've not been to my channel before, we talk about self-love, loving yourself, loving others, loving the world, improving our environments. And today's topic is about eating healthy. Eating healthy. So I think it's crucial. And welcome back to all the subscribers. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for all your comments and support. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. And here I am for you. So today I'm going to talk about eating healthy, getting on track for getting your body in line with the healing that your mind and your heart and your soul are all doing, all in accordance, all holistically, all in one. One real problem that comes with not loving yourself is not loving yourself physically and not taking care of yourself physically and not eating in a healthy way. I remember way back whenever I started going to a therapist, within the past 5, 6, 7 years or so. And I remember one of the things that she asked me, I was in a lot of emotional turmoil at the time. One of the things that she asked me was, are you eating? And specifically, what are you eating? And I remember thinking, well, at that time, I wasn't eating a lot because my goal was to be thin and I was taking diet pills and I was doing whatever it took, being thin at all cost, and just really was trying not to eat. So my days were spent not eating. And then I would binge in terms of not a true binge like where I would go to the store and buy boxes of donuts, not that kind of binge, but just a very heavy meal. Like I would just not eat all day, and then I might have a big cheeseburger and fries or something, fettuccine Alfredo or something. And I was able to maintain an appearance with this diet, but it became a problem because I realized that I was not eating. I was not eating. And I was in therapy and I was in a situation where I didn't feel good. And so I started paying attention to my diet. I started paying attention to what I was eating, and I started to feed myself. What do you know? Healthy food. And I would say that was a huge progressive step forward for me, is whenever I started just eating. I was eating healthy foods, and lo and behold, like 2 months into this healthy eating regime, going from, running all the time, diet pills, starving, then eating. Then I went to a place of just eating healthy food, still working out, but it nourished my soul, and I ended up losing weight like this. So it's pretty amazing what feeding your body appropriate foods can do and how important food is. I want you to understand how important food is. In my family, there wasn't a lot of food, so when I was growing up, so it's a real issue. And I come from, a family of eating disorders and, body distortions and real uncomfortableness around food and eating and body weight and physicality. I didn't come from a house where everyone had a healthy relationship with food. So I didn't know how to eat properly. And it wasn't even that I didn't know, because I guess I knew from all the information out there about healthy eating, but it really didn't click that, hey, healthy eating is something for me to do, that I need to do for myself. And if you study, developmental psychology, and you understand that food is one of the very first relationship drivers that a baby has, that we have as humans. The child cries and the mom feeds the child with the mother's breast. That is a relationship built around the process of being nourished and fed and eating. So if you're not appropriately nourishing yourself, you are abandoning yourself effectively. You're abandoning yourself. And it's an easy fix. It's an easy way for a person to start cleaning up some of those areas in which they need to fortify yourself. If you need to fortify yourself, one of the easier fixes is food, is being able to, because it's really easy to change, to add maybe some Brussels sprouts to your diet, maybe some spinach, vegetables, and eating and really starting to listen to your body. Now, I'm not going to say developing a healthy relationship with food is an easy process, because it is not. It has been a difficult road for me, and I still work on it to this day. But I absolutely know from that time, 5 to 7 years ago, in that therapist office, whenever she made me cognizant of the food that I was eating, and I began to make that my first priority, I was really locked up in a lot of ways, but I made eating my ritual. And I began to experience eating as a process of self-care. And I began to develop a stronger sense of self-control around food, little by little, year by year. And it is definitely not easy, because I've definitely struggled with my relationship with food in my lifetime. And so I know I did some coaching, and I have a lot of clients, a lot of people out there. I'm not a therapist, but I am, I do some life coaching. And I know that there are people that have struggles with eating disorders. There could be binge eating, there could be overeating, there could be emotional eating, and struggles with weight and eating and body distortions, and, coming to terms with your body shape and just loving who you are exactly as you are. It's a rough ride, but it can be handled, and you can start to take care of yourself. Some of the issues that people can have need professional help, like anorexia. Most eating disorders, I think, would benefit from some talk therapy, maybe some cognitive therapy, to help you to understand why you eat instead of journal, or what makes you eat instead of reaching out to others, or what are you covering up by the food or the alcohol. This goes with any addiction. You can have a food addiction, you can have a sugar addiction. And so this audio is really just to encourage you to think about what you put into your body, and understand that food is fuel. It's not a safety net. It's not a mother's breast. I think that we still are stuck in that realm if we did not get what we needed. So we still are trying to get what we need through that piece of pie or brownie or cookies or ice cream. And before you know it, your habits get out of control. And you just are on autopilot, and you begin to put food over everything else. I mean, there's all different facets of nutrition and food, and how it's harmful, and how it's so vital that you take care of your eating, nutritious eating for yourself. because it's a way to love yourself, and it's a way to heal some of those parts of you that have been damaged through cultural, thoughts that have been passed on from generation to generation, and stuffing your feelings with food and having a negative relationship with food. It's actually, you have a negative relationship with yourself. And so no shame. It's just a matter of dealing with it, being aware of it. And for me, I have found that as time goes by, I become more and more in control of what I'm eating and able to curb my appetite. Every year I'm getting better and better at being able to tone down my cravings for foods that would soothe my soul. And whenever you have a hunger, just ask yourself, what do I need right now? Do I need something? Do I need to be there for myself in some way? Do I need to call a friend? Do I need to journal? Do I need to change what I'm doing so that I'm not mindlessly sitting here watching Netflix and eating? Can I get up? Can I move? Can I exercise? Can I get my blood flowing? Can I shake myself out of this funk where I'm just sitting here eating? What ways can I help myself in my conviction, in my commitment to my new habits of eating healthy? What ways can I help myself? Maybe by limiting the number of unhealthy foods I bring home from the grocery store. Brainstorming healthy recipe ideas. Incorporating healthy food into my existing diet. I find, sometimes if I'm eating a really healthy meal, it makes me feel good to share it on social media. And that's because I'm proud. Because there was a time where I did not want to eat cooked carrots. But today I have taught myself, I've taken control of the reins and taught myself 1 minute at a time, a little bit at a time, how to enjoy eating healthy foods instead of being turned off by them. Today, I'm turned off by salt-laden, fat-laden fast food. Fast food makes me not feel good. And so that's why I've had to teach myself. Now, one thing I recommend is that you fold good habits in to your existing processes. So you don't have to go and change everything at 1 minute and, start a liquid diet. But maybe just incorporate some greens, some leafy greens into your meal. Lower the number of fast food breaks you take. Increasing your own food intake. Going to the grocery store. Getting out of a rut. You could even call one of those fresh places that delivers. That's what I did at first. I went to one of those places that had pre-packaged meals. And that was very helpful because it got me in the habit. And then now today, I just cook all my own meals. So this is about eating nutritious foods. It's about establishing a bond within yourself and really putting that bond around eating, because your food intake is a process of bonding. It's how we bond. And so eating mindfully and healthily can help you to show yourself that you do love yourself. And if you mess up and eat wrong, it's so important to not shame yourself, but to do your best next time, and just improve a little bit each day is all that you have to do. And sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. If you're really struggling, I highly recommend getting some help for that, because you deserve to live a life that's fabulous. And no matter what your body shape, it's very important that you love who you are today, right now, as you look, curves and all, and learn to love who you are. And then naturally, when you love who you are, you can improve. Just because you love who you are doesn't mean you don't need to improve. You're perfectly imperfect. And you can improve and you can love who you are. You don't have to hate who you are in order to look better. You can't hate yourself, hate your way to look better. You have to love yourself right now, where you are, and develop a healthy relationship with food and a healthy relationship with yourself. And that's all for today. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for listening. This is Self Love You signing off. Talk to you soon.